had the opportunity to explore some abandoned mines with Frank down in Mexico. And I can honestly say, right here, right now, it was the craziest and scariest thing I've ever done in my life. Both days. First day, Frank was trying to find the bottom of the mine without having to go down the mine shaft, and that was absolutely crazy. We had to use a bunch of lengths of rope until we ran out. And then the next day, going down the mine shaft was just absolutely crazy. This time I have 600 feet and two people that really know their rope stuff, Frank and Chris. And they said that they could lower me down, but they can't go with me. So that means I have to go alone, which was not what I was planning. I have a strong imagination. It's easy for me to like imagine things or hear things or think crazy thoughts. So being this far down in the earth all by myself in these dark tunnels, I was hoping Frank would go down, because I don't really like going dark places by myself. I was hoping Frank would go down first and then I would go down after. But it turns out Frank and Chris needed to run the ropes up top and I had to go down by myself. They said, if you blink the light, this is the signal, if you blink the light, we'll just pull you back up. It took all I could do to not blink that light going down. It was absolutely crazy. Going down, my hands just started tingling. I don't really know why. Actually, my friend Chris told me that it was just because I was so scared my body was like pulling blood. I don't know, it's some sort of adrenaline thing where it takes blood from your limbs and brings it to your body. But anyway, they were tingling like mad. And at the bottom, before I could get to the bottom, I started smelling dead things. I want to thank you guys for watching, and thank you Chris and Frank for helping me achieve my dream of reaching the bottom of a mine shaft.
Most of it's probably mental. You don't like dark places that are wet and you're claustrophobic. You have a bunch of phobias and stuff. It's not going to be the place for you.
Going down. All right. You call it. All right. Oh my goodness.
It's not too late to turn around.
How you doing?
Woo! Good. Keep going.
Get this rope on the couch, policeman.
Okay. What do you?
It's all right. It's moving.
I don't want my hands to get
Sure.
full of spikes when I'm trying to.
If we decide to panic,
Okay, here's the bottom, guys. Here's the bottom. This is the bottom. I'm down! Let's look at what's at the bottom of this mine shaft. There's an ore track. We're gonna basically see what's down here first. There's a bunch of bones, and it looks like just animals. I would like to dig with a stick though. I don't want to dig with my bare hands, but I will if here's my stick. Alright, so this is definitely an animal, maybe a goat or a cow. So, there's bones here. I wonder what kind of animals these are. It really stinks. I don't know if it's a deer, but basically they must just jump over the edge. Yeah, they're all hides and stuff. And they land on all this wire. Oh, there's a dog. That's a dog. Let's see, yep, here's another dog. You can tell by its footprint, paw prints, right there. Or its paws. Oh, here's its skull. Here's its skull. It's kind of nasty. Is it a dog or? Oh, it's dog. This is definitely that's definitely a dog. All right. No human bones. That's a good sign. Look at this rock right here. All right, I'm gonna see if they can hear me. I'm gonna go in a ways and videotape, and then I'm gonna go back up. This is one of the craziest things I've ever done. And I'm thanking Frank and Chris. Frank from Exploring Abandoned Gold Mines for helping me do it safely. And I'll try and show you guys everything Frank would show you. Here's a ore bucket full of rust. And it looks like, oh my goodness, it goes even further down. All right, I'm just gonna get a little bit close to this edge. Right about here. And it doesn't go too much farther down. Here's some metal. I'm gonna chuck this down here and we're gonna see. Yep, that's water down there. It landed on a board and it's floating. And as you can see, that water used to be up here, actually a couple levels up. And let's look up there a little bit. That's like a bucket an ore bucket or something went down there. Oh man. I know Frank would just jump on over there, go on over there and then keep going. But I can't do that, it's too scary. So we're gonna go this way. I think Frank always goes to the right, rule of the right. So we're gonna check this place out first. Look at that board wall. Oh man, this is, I don't know how he does it. It gets super scary down here. All by yourself. I have my gas monitor, or Frank's gas monitor on. So the air is all right. Look, they've got a rock wall built right here. Look at all this boarded up stuff. See. He said I have I don't know, a couple hours with this light. I can't figure out my other light. Hey, check this out. This is a box of some sort. This is a box of some sort. It just falls apart. Really, really rusty. Ouch. What's in it? Pretty cool box of some sort. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going because that's what Frank would do. Hey, I'm gonna bring that up, but I'm gonna leave that right here by the box. That was a dynamite. Wow, it's so big. It's a beam of some sort. They got a bunch of rocks piled up right here. Looks like a bunch of dripping rust of some sort. Not sure. I guess I'll keep going. I don't know how far I should go, but I'll just keep going. Wow, this is really cool. All right, so it goes to the right. So rule of rights. Huge room right there. Oh man, here's a vein. Oh man, that's huge. Basically, they took out the whole mountainside. Well, I don't even know. I'll let Frank tell you what this place is. But those boards, there's a bunch of boards probably for working on or something. We're keeping in cave-ins. Oh, another bucket. All right, this looks like, hopefully it's not a bucket of dynamite. What's this? All right, so there's a rusty bucket. I wonder if I'll be able to, it's lined with a bag.
Whoa, it just completely falls apart. I'm going to figure out how to operate this light. It's a Phoenix. Ooh, those are really nice. So he said if you screw it in, see, it just blinks when you hit it. So I'm sure it's just a setting. I don't want to go too far in and run out of a source for light. All right. Here's another room. Another chute goes probably another 600 feet, but there's water right there. I'll throw some board down. Yep, we ain't going any lower than 600 feet in this mine. All right. Oh, you know what? It's a good thing that the level that it ended at wasn't one in water. Otherwise, I'd be in water right now. And since they can't hear me, because it's so deep, they'd probably just keep lowering me into the water. That wouldn't have been fun. All right, there's a whole bunch of beams on the other side of this. I know Frank would. All right. That way looks cooler. This is a. All right, let's check this out. No, I'm gonna check this out. I'll just keep going straight. Big metal. Let's see if it'll break from rust. Nope. All right, we got ladders. Probably going into the water. Yep. A whole bunch of beams. Whoa, this is a really steep. All right, steep vein, and I'm basically walking a ledge here. Hey, check this out, guys. If you're in a gold mine and you see this, that's beautiful. But even if that was gold, oh look, this looks like silver. I'm not bringing it up. Well, I probably would. All right. Another tunnel going off that way. This is, looks like a bunch of this caved in. Oh man, and it keeps going. Guys, I don't know how to figure out this flashlight. I'm gonna go back because they're gonna have to keep a close eye on when I come back. And I might just have to tug the rope because we didn't really get that good of a signal. Crazy. Deepest I've ever been in the earth, probably. The other time was yesterday with Frank when we went into the other mine. Actually, the one next to this. But we were trying to get down a different way without going the shaft. All right. So I think that's pretty much all we're gonna see from this abandoned mine. This is the main part where I came in. Let's throw another rock into the water. Oh, that's just scary. All right. Oh, I have a ways to go yet. I thought it was. What's that noise? All right, I gotta go. All right. So far, I've been going 40 minutes since I went over the edge. So not too long. All right, it's just my imagination going crazy, that's all. All right, guys, Being that Frank wouldn't even question going in here, I'm gonna go in here just for, oh man, it keeps going. Looks like it goes up that way.
All right, so Gabe he's gone on a little safari down there. He might as well, because we ain't gonna be able to see what's down there, so we're kind of jealous. Not so jealous that we're gonna go down there anytime soon, but we're just checking our system here. And so what we're gonna do is this rope we'll be pulling them up. It's gonna go through this Petzl ID here. So it's a one-way thing. It can go. We can pull this way, and it can't come out. So then we're gonna go down to a pulley there. Got to go all the way down there, and it's going to come back to another pulley here. So we're going to have the what, 3-to-1 advantage?
1, 2, 3. Yep.
Yeah. So that'll just work good. So one guy's just going to pull all the rope, keep pulling them up, and then the other guy is going to coil that rope around that concrete thing there, and hopefully we'll have them all up nice and smoothly.
Okay, there we go. Haul them up. We'll all help.
Holy Christ, it's going to be a lot of work.
This is gonna be a lot of work.
Hang on, guys. Well, I'm wondering if we're forcing the Petzl ID here.
We're doing something wrong. So the extraction actually took us a lot longer than we expected. When we first had the ropes hooked up, we had 4 pulleys, and we thought we would just be able to pull them up. And we couldn't. We took all of our strength just to get them up. And then we had to keep resetting that pulley on the grab. So we had to keep adapting the system. And the reason we figured out why we're having so much trouble is, first of all, there was a fair bit of friction because of the rope was coming up on the side of the shaft coming up. Then also, and we never thought about this, each pulley is not, terribly efficient. You lose a bit of power on each pulley. So when you got 4 pulleys, maybe you're losing, 5 to 10% efficiency on it. So all this adds up, and also you think, well, Gabe's a couple 100 pounds, not much weight, but you figure the weight of him plus all the rope and the gear and stuff. So it ended up being a fair bit more complex than we thought. We were lucky we had a lot of different gear, and we changed things up quite a bit. At the very end, it actually went very smoothly because we ended up just having to use a truck. We just couldn't really pull them up, and we thought we'd be able to. So it really kind of illustrates the importance of having the people that are more familiar with the gear and the different rigging systems on the top doing that, and having the least experienced guy going down, which is what we did. So, luckily it all worked out good. And I don't think there was any real serious safety concerns, but we definitely had to keep adapting our system and changing it. And we did talk to some experts back in Canada about using a truck and different things. And so we spent a lot of time thinking about all this stuff. In the end, this is really a very complex operation, and we didn't really think it was going to be. We thought we kind of knew what we were doing. It was going to be fairly simple, but we learned an awful lot from this. But at the end of the day, we got them down there and back up, and it ended up being pretty safe. But we wouldn't have been able to do it in a timely fashion without the truck. I think we could have pulled them up, but it would have been very difficult for us to get them up without the truck. So it's a good thing we had the option of using that. So we'll just kind of show you a little bit, and you can just kind of see how we streamlined the process at the end. At the end, it went very fast. We were getting them up really quick, but it was a long learning process for everyone. And, this is really kind of a pretty dangerous operation, and it turned out fine, and we didn't have no major problems, but we certainly learned a lot about it, and it was more complicated than we expected it was going to be. All right, so this is the rig that we got here. I had like 6 pulleys, so we got to pull 3 times. Each time I didn't have a recording there. Each time to get this to work, so I gotta do this each time to get up 20 feet at a time.
Where did your sling go, Frank? Your strap?
Over here, we're using it for this. What are you thinking?
I'll just use this run. The truck, we're gonna grab one of those hand descenders.
Just tie it on the truck, right? So if it breaks, it doesn't matter. Nothing could happen. If it breaks, it'll break here. Can't break anywhere there. Trouble is, there wasn't that much trouble. Go!
Might want to reset before you haul again.
Oh, good for one more.
All right.
Go! Yeah, that's something
Let's
like
try
that. Well, maybe I'll jump in the pickup. See how it's gonna work. Well, that's not gonna work because I got a pole. It fucking slipped right out. Didn't work. Okay. Good. Good.
All right, we almost got Beto to the top.
Cool if we can see him coming up. You'll pull it. You see him.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. How about you?
Oh, pretty good.
All right.
There's bodies down there.
Oh yeah?
Animals. Cow or a goat, some dogs.
Oh, that's something, eh?
Whew. You guys using the truck?
Yep. Hold on one second.
Don't say, oh crap.
No, that was.
Hanging over the edge.
It's that stupid white string from that measuring tape. I keep having to
yeah,
move it so it doesn't get fouled.
All right, tell him to be a little careful now with the
He's
truck.
at the top.
Oh. Hey. Okay, hold it. No, stop. Stop. Just stay here. We'll pull ahead a bit. Well, let's see. Okay, hold it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'll give you some directions here. Do you want us to pull you up more?
Yes, please.
Okay, we gotta go
Actually-
real slow though.
You know, we could get him up by hand. We
Hey,
could get him
you do
up.
it by hand, please.
Okay,
Hey.
let's do it by hand. Shut it off.
And there's Beto hanging
over
600
the
feet
ledge.
above the abyss.
It's like just hanging there for a while.
Oh, he's even got dynamite in his helmet.
Well,
Oh, you got dynamite.
Pull me up.
hang on.
Okay, ready?
All right.
Hey, he's back.
Well, how was it?
That's a long way down there.
You don't want to do that again, man.
You're 550 feet and there was almost no rope left at the top.
Yeah,
Like,
but
literally, it was out of the suitcase and like 10 feet laying there.
we couldn't pull it up by hand. Just too much work, and then we had all the
We
pulleys.
had so many pulleys in that they were fighting
And then I
against each
figured we
other,
got-
so we
we kicked
reduced
some
the
pulleys
pulleys.
out.
I built a different system and we just used the truck going.
So what'd you see at the bottom?
Okay, so when I got to the bottom,
Was there any other crosscuts?
yeah. How
many other
more
ones?
shafts going down?
Huh?
More shafts
the-
going
from
down.
there?
Yeah.
Oh, it goes down further.
Oh yeah.
There must have been a freaking pulley or a winch getting it to here.
Yeah, I don't know. But
Huh.
there was tracks. There was a whole bunch of cable at the bottom
Yep.
with like dead goats and dogs on it. Yeah. I got it on camera. And then Let's stop. Okay, so then I went and I looked left, and there was like a place where the floor went at an angle, kind of like a chute.
Yeah.
With a bunch of boards or whatever, and then a track that went down.
Oh, okay. So there had been a winch to come up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what they do. It's called an incline shaft, eh? Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yep.
Yeah.
Was there a winch still there?
I don't know. There was some track still there,
Yeah.
really rusty, and then went into water. So we can't go any lower than that.
Oh, cool.
I don't think. So I went as far down as I could.
Oh, right on.
And then I ran out of film on my way back, and I couldn't figure out your flashlight for a little bit.
Yep.
But after the GoPro shut off, I'm like, okay, I just got to get out of here. And I couldn't figure out the light, so I only had one light source.
Yep.
And then after the GoPro shut off, I figured out the light. So then I went for one more walk.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So everything went good, right on?
Oh, that thing was going crazy.
Yeah, you're breathing
No,
on
I'm
it?
just kidding.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's nothing you can't do about it anyhow. You can't get you up any faster. So.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, it was when we were okay. So I flashed my light, and I'm like, okay. Once I got past the drifts,
Yeah.
the voices were gone. I
Yeah.
couldn't-
So
I
how many
could see
drifts
guys,
How many drifts are there coming up?
Maybe 3 or 4.
You could have hopped off in different places if you wanted to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to.
Yeah, yeah. So was the railway tracks coming to the drifts, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Not on all of them.
Oh, cool.
But
Quite a few of the levels. Oh, that's
yeah,
awesome.
that's crazy. Super crazy.
Hey, this is why you have the guys know what's going on up top.
Oh, yeah.
There were some changes to the gear.
Yeah, it
Oh,
didn't work
really?
the way we had it planned.
Yeah.
Nope. And we had to, like, you're on a Prusik, a backup Prusik, locking you off instead of the ID because we thought maybe
Anyway.
that was too much friction.
Yeah. It's getting dark, so we have to get all this shit
Yeah, let's get the
Okay.
gear torn down. We can sort it out in town. Let's just pile
So
it up.
crazy. It's gonna be a little bit hilarious with my GoPro because I was so scared going down.
Well,
Pretty nervous?
Oh yeah.
I don't blame you, man. Not a bit.
But
Not
since
a
it wasn't going that smoothly, you know.
When you're like flashing, how come they're not coming up right away? Well, we tried, and then we're like, this isn't gonna work, so we added more pulleys. Then the 3 of us were pulling with hand extenders, and we're like, we're gonna be here till next Monday doing this.
Oh really?
And we were sweating. It was hard. We're like, okay, we need to adjust.
We thought you had
We're
an
like,
ore car parked. We thought you had
we had our work on it. I'm like,
If that son of a bitch comes up here, if it doesn't work good, we're going to cut that rope and he's going to go back down.
it was so hard to pull. We were like,
Really?
so we added more pulleys. Then we hooked to the truck, and then
That seemed to work pretty good.
we just went back and forth and kept doing resets. So it was a 3-to-1, and we just kept
Yeah.
slick.
Yeah, I heard a bunch of vehicles. I'm like, oh no, I hope the cops didn't show up. And after a while, I'm like, I think they're using the truck. Wow, that was awesome. I could not have done it without you.
Yeah. Well, that's what they do at the search and rescue. Like they have the guys that with most experience, the smartest guys, kind of doing this part.
Yeah.
You know, and the least experienced guys on the end of the rope.
So that's the most extreme thing I've ever done yet.
That's probably the most extreme thing a lot of people have ever done.
Yeah. So I got to do a video for Frank with abandoned gold mines. I hope I did as good as a job. Well, I did as good a job as I could, but Frank would probably gone a little bit further down there. I know he would have. But when you're scared and the GoPro runs out, you just want to get out of there, especially at 500 feet down.
550.
No, you did
550,
good.
yeah.
We're proud of you. Good job, son.
Good job, man.
Thank you, Frank. It was a pleasure.
Right on.